Times change. It's the only reliable constant. Inevitable. Progress or get left behind. But that attitude shouldn't discredit our appreciation from where we've come from. We're only as solid as our foundation, and Harley-Davidson does a solid job of blending its heritage and effect on pop culture with new models that not only stir up nostalgia, but pull you back to a simpler time as you saddle up. Let's take a look back to Willie G. Davidson's first full motorcycle design, the 1971 Super Glide. What's up guys, it's Ryan with Motorcycle.com here with Harley-Davidson's new Super Glide. But in order to understand what's cool about the Super Glide, we have to take a step back in time and see where this motorcycle came from in the first place. So in 1963, Willie G. Davidson joined the company that bears his namesake as a designer. And coming into the 1971 model year, Willie designed the first complete model in the 1971 Super Glide. Reminiscent of what we have here, but a little bit different. The whole idea behind the Super Glide originally was that Harley-Davidson took the Sportster XL front end and matched it to the FL big touring chassis, the big V-twin chassis, giving it a sleek, custom look, and they also added this gnarly boat tail fender, which unfortunately we don't have on this new model, but it was a kind of this huge, big two-seater situation in the back, really cool looking. I kind of wish they would have put it on this new one, but that was the whole design. The whole idea was based around Willie G's time in Los Angeles, seeing the custom bike culture, Hollywood bike culture. And so what came out of it was this kind of radical design for the 1971 model year. Over the years, Harley's done all sorts of different glides, if you will, and Super Glides. The last kind of modern interpretation of the Super Glide was 2006 with the Dyna Super Glide. And it was the first time they made the 88 cubic inch engine to a 6-speed transmission. They made 3,500 of those back in the day. They're pretty sought after, look very similar to this, but now with this latest iteration, you have it on the brand new Softail chassis. You got the single monoshock under the seat. You got the big Milwaukee 8 117 cubic inch engine. That's 1,917 cc's. It's a thoroughly modern machine now. Styling is totally reminiscent of the Super Glide. We have chrome everywhere. As you can see, it was blinding me today during the ride, but you know, it looks fantastic. This new model, the 2026 Super Glide, is going to be based off of the Street Bob. That's the closest bike that it is to Harley's lineup. The 5-gallon tank is a bit lower, a little bit wider. Obviously, again, you have chrome everywhere, but then you've got the chrome kind of mini ape hangers that put your hands up in the fists in the wind kind of position. But it is a little bit different from the Street Bob in that it feels a little bit wider, maybe a little bit taller. It's got a different mount. Obviously, we have the styling from the original Super Glide. So you've got this tank emblem that's basically the same. You've got the pinstriping on the fenders. Really nice looking bike. Looks great with the chrome. This bike is definitely here to celebrate America's 250th anniversary with 2,500 of these being made. The serialization is on the tank. And then you also have this seat that's going to be different from the Street Bob. So those are kind of the things that make the Super Glide different from the Street Bob. Ultimately, you have the same technology baked into the Super Glide as you're getting on most of the Softail models. With the Super Glide, you now have all sorts of IMU-based electronics, traction control, ABS. You've got 3 ride modes, road, sport, and rain. You've got cruise control. You've got the TC button here on the dash to get rid of that for rowdy burnouts. And then you've also got, similar to the original Super Glide, you've got the display on the tank with a analog speedometer and then a little LCD to kind of let you know what's going on with the ride modes, RPM, all that stuff. So you've got a single rotor up front, basically the same setup as we've seen on plenty of other Softail models. Brakes aren't going to light the world on fire, but they do get the job done on what is a fairly heavy motorcycle. I do want to touch on the wheels because they're pretty unique. They're totally chromed out, which I'm just super OCD. So all this chrome, I just got to keep a polishing rag in my pocket. I'm constantly wiping this thing down. But they are kind of this cross-laced rim technology. So they are tubeless wheels. And with that, it's almost similar to like a BMW GS style rim, if you've seen those. But you get a little bit of the lip on the outside where the spokes connect to make it a tubeless style wheel. And it just adds that extra bit of chrome kind of around the edge near the sidewall of the tire, and I think it really pops and it gets some attention towards the wheels, and I think that's a really cool feature on this Super Glide. So you have LED lighting throughout, and on all of the lights you have this little ring of like DRL style running light that really does add like just another little touch, you know, much like the metal flake in the paint, just adds a little touch of quality and looks really nice. And then of course the beating heart of this thing is the Milwaukee 8 engine. That thing's putting out 98 horsepower and 120 pound-feet of torque. You feel it, it's great to lug down super low RPM, pulls smoothly, everything's clean. Hit it into sport mode, it gets a little bit spicier, but all around great machine, great mill. I would say it's not dissimilar in any other Harley-Davidson suspension that we've tried in the past, meaning the damping feels a little bit harsh and big hits are not gonna feel great on your spine, especially in this riding position. You kind of got your knees up. A lot of your weight is gonna be on your, your coccyx basically. And then you got your arms kind of up in a, for me, it's a little bit, it does feel a little wider and a little higher than the Street Bob. But for me at 5'8" with like a 30-inch inseam, I do feel like my arms are almost totally locked out. And at least I can flat foot it, so it's easy. It's been comfortable riding around town, so that's been really nice. Overall, this bike embodies the original Superglide. You've got a svelte front end, big V-twin engine, and it's kind of just a great bike to cruise around town, whatever you're doing. Get out on the highway, blast down the highway for a bit. I don't know that I'd do any long haul touring on this thing unless I changed probably the seat for me, maybe the foot pegs. But for a cruiser around town, this thing's totally solid. It looks fantastic. What you've seen in the images in the video today, it's really, mostly a styling exercise. I wish we could have had that boat tail rear end that the original had because that was super unique. But basically, the Street Bob gets a full chrome treatment. You got the cool tank that looks great with this whole design. It looks very Americana for, again, the 250th. The bike is gonna be 16 grand and only sold in the US and Canada. And again, there's only gonna be 2,500 of them. So if you want it, there's a good chance that any limited edition Harley-Davidson is gonna get snapped up. And as far as Harleys go, for the big V-twins, 16 grand's not that bad. I believe the Street Bob is 15, so you're not really paying that much more than the Street Bob for this thing. And if you're into the bike, you want to get a big V-twin Harley and you want it to be, a little bit more manageable around town, this thing's not lightweight, but it is easy to maneuver. Again, with my size, the bars get a bit, I have to stretch pretty far to do like a full lock turn. But in terms of the handling and the smooth low end torque and being able to flat foot, it makes it a pretty manageable motorcycle. So as you can see, guys, the Superglide is a looker, right? It looks fantastic. It looks even better in person, looks even better here at the beach in the sun. The white paint job has a ton of metal flake in it. It's what Harley does best. Fit and finish is, a top notch, bar none. If you guys have paid attention to the channel, I'm kind of a sucker for Americana, nostalgia, hot rod culture, all of that kind of stuff. And like the previous, the Electroglide Revival that I had a chance to test, totally looks like, Elvis's old Harley. This one also hits me right in that kind of nostalgic feel, the 70s vibe. That's why we're down here at the beach. We're probably gonna cut this thing off actually and go see what the waves are doing. But I appreciate Harley letting us get a chance to get a hold of this thing right before the announcement. If you're digging the look, you're digging the 70s vibe, the Superglide might be a bike worth checking out.